Hello friends, today in this series we will study application of research tools. Now in application of research tools we will see where all your research is applied in practical sense. Now first of all we will begin with what all is research. Research is simply a search for facts, answers to the questions and solution to the problems. It is a purposive investigation, that is, for an objective or for a particular purpose you require or conduct the research. It is an organized inquiry, that is, you go through all the steps and then you conduct the research. Now research is whole a process and you go through that process and then you in an organized manner then you try and conduct the research. Now all the research process steps, they can either go simultaneously or they can be conducted individually, but in case you conduct your research individually step by step, then it may take a long time and cost may be also involved. But as far as in practical sense we talk about research, all the steps in the research process, they go hand in hand. For example, you simultaneously conduct a literature review, and on the basis of that literature review only simultaneously you gather, you start collecting data also. Now the steps, they do not work in isolation. You can combine 2-3 steps and then you move further, but obviously it is an organized process. Now research seeks to find explanation to unexplained phenomenon, to clarify the doubtful facts and to correct the misconceived facts. According to Young, he defined research as a systematic undertaking which, by means of logical and systematic techniques, aims to first discover new facts or verify and test the old facts. This is the first step in research. Either you can go through whole of your research and try to gather and you can discover new facts and bring all together new theory to a particular fact, or the secondly what you can do is in research is on the basis of past facts you can test these facts and verify on the basis of your data whether these tests are applicable in all context or in some particular context. Secondly, it analyzes their sequence, interrelations and your casual explanation. Next, it develops new scientific tools, concepts, theories which would facilitate reliable and validate study of human behavior. Now research, it also helps in developing new theories and concepts which are more reliable and can be validated on the basis of the human behavior. Now you can go through the various methods which we have already studied are like you go through the observation, you conduct interviews, personal interviews, and then you tries to study the attitude of the human behavior, and then also you can conduct the research. Now according to another author, that is Kurlinger, he defined research as a systematic, controlled, empirical and critical investigation of hypothetical propositions about the presumed allegations among natural phenomena. Now according to this definition, it is the controlled, empirical and critical investigation of the assumptions which have the researcher has already assumed, and then on the basis of these assumptions a systematic process is followed, and then you try to bring out according to a natural phenomena, you try to bring out something, some results and findings out of that phenomena. Now research methodology, it has become very important a tool for application in various function tools of management, like you have marketing, you have human resource, you have your operations manager, management. In all these areas today you apply research methodology, and then you try to bring something out of that. Now, first of all, we will see application of marketing research. Now, application of research in marketing area. Now, marketing research, it is a systematic that is pre-planned and objective measurable, you can say, identification, collection, analysis and dissemination of information. Now, information, it goes from market to the organization, and for the purpose of improving the decision making, you provide these factual facts or basis for taking decision relating to the identification of the opportunities and solution to the problems in the area of marketing. Now, this is all how marketing research works upon. Now, the marketing research process, or the role of marketing research in decision making, that can have 4 stages, and these stages can be categorized into, first, you can say, first is your situation analysis, then you have the strategy development, then you have your marketing program development, and in the end you implement. Now, in the situation analysis, first situation is wholly analyzed. For example, you want to study the particular, you have launched a new product and you want to test that product, and you want to identify the consumers, whether they are liking this product or not. In that particular situation, it is known as situation analysis, and you try to conduct the analysis of the whole situation. And after that analysis, you try to collect data from the people or the correspondents, and then you, on the basis of this pilot study, the data collected is given to the organization and to the managers, and the managers, and the next step, they try to develop certain strategy whether their product is acceptable or rejected in the market, and on the basis of the pilot study, and then they try to develop certain strategies on the basis of that. Now, after a particular strategy is developed, the third stage is the development of the marketing program. Now, if once you have tested your product, in this example, if I say, if you have tested your product, it is liked by the people, you have implemented whatever they have said. In the next stage, you again market your product on the large scale, and you bring your product into the market, and for that you develop certain plans. Now, for these plans, then the last stage is to implementation of this stage. Now, all this process is done on the basis of your marketing research. You conduct a marketing research, you try to gather your data, and you send that data to the organization, and organizations, their decision makers, they take decisions on that particular strategy, and then they bring the product actually into the market. Now, what is the role of marketing research? This role, there are 2 major functions which the marketing research serves. First is it provide information for the decision making, and secondly, it develops new knowledge for that particular area. Now, the first, it helps in the information, the decision making. If you have gathered certain information from the consumers or the respondents, you give that information to the organization, and it helps in the decision making to the managers, whether they should apply that bring that product into the market, or some modification is required, or you need to shut down that product. All this is done by all these decisions are taken by with the help of marketing research only. Now, next step is develop new knowledge. Now, for developing new knowledge into the particular area, also you require marketing research. Now, the use of information gathered by the marketing research, it reduces the risk involved in the decision making. Now, it also influences the decisions such as the pricing of the product, your scale of advertising, how much you have to advertise, what are the promotion strategies you need to develop. All these, they are affected by your marketing research. Now, the information which is collected, it directly affects the planning of the product. Now, if you have planned to launch the product in the say in the month of April, then in the case you need to know all the flaws and all the drawbacks into your product, and then you can only apply that product or bring that product into the market. Now, marketing research is put to substantial use by the firms that produce branded products and are in competition with the other brands to know and maintain the popularity of their products among the consumers. Now, what are the uses of marketing research? Now, the research relating to market, it tries to find out the market potential for the existing products. Next, it tries to find out the sale research, that is, it tries to forecast what is the sales of your particular product which is already existing in the market, or when you launch the new product, what is the sale of that particular product. Now, finding and analyzing the marketing trend is also the relating to the research of the market. Now, you try to analyze the particular trend of the market. Now, in case you have competitors available, you have substitutes, close substitutes available to your product in the market. In that case also, you try to analyze the trend of your particular product in comparison to the other products. Now, it also facilitates, we can say, the comparison. Now, research relating to producers. Now, what kind of research is related to the producers? First is you make the comparative study of the competitors product. You try to analyze how much or the sale of your sale of the competitors product, the price of the competitors product. With all this will affect the planning of your particular product. Now, next is to identify the multiple uses for the existing product. Next, it tries to test the marketing of the product. Now, how you are marketing your product and how your competitors are marketing. Now, in case if you remember, I'll give you a very simple example here. In case you remember, the Coca-Cola launched these small mini bottles. Now, these mini bottles of Coca-Cola, they were launched 2-3 years back, and you find that these are hot selling products of your the Coca-Cola brand. Now, Pepsi as a competitor, again they launched the see the Coca-Cola that is selling higher if you sell in the mini bottles. Now, they have also launched the Pepsi in the small bottles, as they are the high selling products, because 3 ml bottle, liter bottle, the consumer cannot consume it at one particular time, so they launched the mini bottles for the consumers. Now, all this was possible by conducting the marketing research in the area. Now, next is the product lines research. Now, the in research also helps in identifying the various product line research. It also helps in the packaging of the products. Now, if you see that mostly all the products today, they are available in the Tetra packs also. Now, Tetra pack, they are, if you see the advertisement, they are 6-layer Tetra packs. You are the advertisements generally show. Now, the 6-layer Tetra packs means that the product which is packed in the container, it is more hygienic to consume. Now, why they have introduced these kind of things? Now, rather than giving your milk, if you see the more, it is generally more accepted milk products, and the milk, if you see that milk was available and is available in the poly bags. Now, these poly bags, they are according to these advertisements, they are unhygienic and not economical also. Now, the company, they have launched the Tetra pack otherwise, and these Tetra packs, they have 6-layer Tetra packs they have introduced. Now, to ensure that the consumers, that they are more eco-friendly, biodegradable products, and to save the environment also. Now, all this has been possible with the help of marketing research only. Now next is the consumer grievances. Now in case the consumers they have any complaints or they have any grievances related to your product, that can only be sought out with the help of your marketing research only. And in today you will see that generally all the products they have on the packaging itself, it is mentioned in case you have any consumer complaints, the address is mentioned, your email address is mentioned. This is all has been possible because of your, now consumers are more aware about their own rights, and to inform them and to just have the general information and the feedback from the consumers, the producers they have applied this methodology. Next comes the research related to promotion. Now, research related to promotion, it helps in measure the effectiveness of the advertisement. Now, in case you have launched any advertisement, how effective it is done. For that also you conduct the marketing research. You go to the consumers and try to find out which advertisement they watch in the serials in between, or at the prime time, at the happy hours, and then they gather this data and they change the timing of the advertisements, kind of say, or totally change the advertisement also. Now next is they analyze the effectiveness of the salesman. Next, research related to promotion, it is media selection studies are also being conducted today. Now the study pattern of the competitors pricing is also done. Motivational studies are being applied to motivate the consumers to buy their particular product. There are a lot of promotions are being done, and all these are done by the help of marketing research. Now research is also related to the distribution part also. It helps in design and locate the outlet. Now where you have the, you can see that today you have for example, you have Domino's and Pizza Hut available with the pizza categories. Now if you see that Domino's is into your home delivery mode. Now it is a delivery outlet where Pizza Hut also had the Pizza Hut was the in-dine restaurants were there. Now with the more consumer awareness and with the more of the demand, what they have seen is they have launched Pizza Hut delivery outlets, and which are very new concept in the with the pizzas. Now this is possible with the help of this conducting the marketing research only, and to see the where the more outlets are required. Now they have launched Pizza Hut delivery outlets. Now next is the handling operation also. It also helps in transportation and storage of the products. Now research, which is also, it is also helpful in the pricing of the particular product. It helps in analyzing the cost analysis. It tries to identify the various the cost at which the particular product is available to the producers. It helps in the margin analysis, how much profit the producers are making. It helps in the total price analysis, what the actual consumers are paying to them and in relation to the competitors, and it also helps in the demand analysis. Now all these were the uses of marketing research, where all the marketing research is helpful. Now next comes to the type of marketing research. Now the way I have divided these into three categories: first by the source, next by methodology, and next by the objective. Now by the help of source, marketing research can be categorized into primary and secondary. With the help of methodology, it can be qualitative and quantitative. Next, by the help of objective, your research, marketing research can be exploratory, descriptive, casual, or your experimental research. Now what is primary and secondary sources of marketing research? Now primary research is the collection of data specifically for a particular problem or the project in hand. Now primary data, we have studied that it is the first hand information which is collected for the first time, and secondary data, it is based on the data previously collected by the for the purposes other than the research in hand. For example, you have published articles, you have government stats, etc. available. Now all these two methods are helpful for the type of marketing research by the source. Now next come by the help of methodology. Now under methodology, these are categorized by the qualitative and the quantitative terms. Now qualitative are on the basis of your certain qualities of your individual behavior. Now quantitative is in the terms of the measure which can be measured by the data which can be measured. Now there are certain type of questions which are now into this table. If you see, the first is particular, you have type of question. Under the qualitative type, it is more of probing. You can you have to probe again and again while asking the respondent, but you have to stop them in between and then you try to seek answers to them. Next is in the qualitative, it is very simple. The qualitative is either yes, no, 1, 2, and then you try to gather the answers. Now next is sample size. Under the sample size, in the qualitative one, it is very small. Sample size is small because you need to go through the method you follow here is a kind of interviews, or you can follow where you have to visit the individual respondents and then you try to gather the data. For the qualitative one, it can be large also, and then you try to gather data. Now the information per respondent under the qualitative data is high and the quantitative is very low. Now for the questionnaires, skill which is required in the qualitative one is high again, and in the case of the quantitative, it is less, and you can say low. Now the analyst skills which are required again for the qualitative is high, because you do not know what the respondent has answered, and then you have to again code it, and then you try to analyze your data. And in the terms of quantitative, you have it is very high because analyst skills are high because almost all the data is coded and then you straight away need to analyze the data. Now the type of analysis which is done under the qualitative is it is more of subjective and interpretative. You try to interpret what the respondent is trying to say in your questions. And in case of qualitative, it is more of objective and statistical in terms. Now the ability to replicate under the qualitative, it is very low, and the quantitative, it is very high. Now areas which are probed under the qualitative one is your attitude, feeling, motivation of the individual. And for the qualitative, it is more of choices. You have frequency and you have demographics for available for the areas which are probed in. Now, what are the benefits of qualitative research and the research which is done by the quantitative? Now, it is more cheaper. In case you talk about the quantitative terms, it is cheaper. Qualitative, sorry, it is more cheaper, and just because it is the smaller in size, and the probes in depth, motivators, and the feelings. It allows managers to observe through one way mirror, that is the real consumer reaction to the issue. Example, your comments and your association. For example, you have Levi's, the people are more associated with that particular product. Now it also often useful predecessor to quantitative research. Now it gives the research department a low cost and timely sense of which issues to probe in the quantitative research. Now again, by the objective, there are three categories. There are three types of marketing research. First is your exploratory, then descriptive, and then causal. Now under the exploratory research, marketing research, you have primarily data needed to develop an idea further. For example, you have an outline of the concept, you gather insight, and then you formulate a hypothesis for that. This is an exploratory research. Next is your descriptive research. Under the descriptive marketing research, it is describe an element of an idea precisely, very precisely. For example, who is the target market area, now how large it is, how we will develop it. Now all this is done under the descriptive marketing research. Next is the causal marketing research. Under the causal, it is the test, you try to test and the try to find out the effect of the relationship, and it is done by the, for example, it is more or less it is done in the price elasticity, where you try to identify the demand of the particular product and the price of that particular product. Now it is done through the experiments. Now, what are the limitations of conducting marketing research decisions? Now, first of all, first limitation here is your time constraint. Now, you have to see whether there is sufficient time available for particular research to be conducted. In case it is yes, you move to the next step, and in case it is no, you do not conduct marketing research. Next is the availability. Limitation is the availability of the data. The researcher has to find out whether the information in hand is adequate or it is inadequate. Now, in case it is inadequate, again you cannot conduct marketing research further, and then you have to stop there and then only. Now, next limitation is nature of decision. Now, the decision which is taken by the management, you have to see it is whether it has the considerable importance or not. In case it has not has the considerable importance, you do not conduct the marketing research, because it requires lot of time and your cost is involved. Next is your benefits and cost. Now, you have to researcher or the marketing decision makers have to see that the value of the research, it exceeds the cost. Now, in case the value of research, it does not exceed the cost, then we can say you do not conduct the marketing research. But in case there are more benefits than the cost, you conduct the marketing research in the end. Now, application of research research in operations management. This is a second field of the management where the marketing where the research is being applied. Now, operations research tries to find out the method of estimating the current demand. Now, under this, you try to identify what are the various operations in the department available where the research can be applied. Now, for this, next is the forecasting process and your methods where the research can be applied is your field sales force, your jury of executives, your users expectation. You have Delphi method available, you have statistical methods, you have time series, moving average, your exponential smoothing, time series analysis, econometric model. All these methods are available to forecast the demand of your particular you can say product or your process in this case. Now, your operations management is more or less related to your whole of the process in the management which is applied in the research process. Now, next is application of research in your human resource management area. Now, in the research which is applied in the functions of human resource area, almost in all the areas of human resource, you require to apply the research. For example, you have job design, you have job analysis, you have human resource planning available, recruitment and selection, you have induction, performance evaluation. In case you want to pay compensation to the management, you have training and development in case you are providing to the employees. In that case also you require research to be done. Now, all these areas require in-depth research to be done so that you can take decisions more effectively and efficiently. Now, there are more areas in human resource where you can apply your research. It is your employee movement, whether you want to make retain the employee, or you want to make promotion, or you want to give the job rotation has to be done. For this also you require research to be done. Welfare administration, whether you have provided good working condition to the employees or not. Your health and safety administration is also very important. In case your employees have any grievances related to health and safety, they can this information can be gathered with the help of research. Discipline administration, you have grievance handling, you have labor relationship. Now all this can be improved with the help of research if it is applied in your human resource management area. Now in the end, I would like to conclude, research is applied in majorly all functional areas of management. It has identified an appropriate tool for application of various domains of management. Thank you.